Hello, this is Jer. Plain oxygen not included. We made it to cycle 100 on the Moonlet cluster. Last episode got the carnivore achievement too. Very happy to knock that one off and be able to focus on other things. First thing I'm looking at is just the fact of how small this asteroid is and limited resources. And I've got a plan to actually increase the amount of space I have available to my dupes. I'm going to do that with the help of these rockets. So if you look at this rocket, it is 20 tiles, but on the inside, just like TARDIS, it's bigger. So 80 tiles. So if I make a few of those on my base, it'll actually be more space. But not only that, I can actually compress these together closer so they actually overlap each other. So to start off with, just digging out this area where I'm going to be doing that. Having the dupes bring 2 pip eggs over to the other world, because I've got use for them. So Bucket's picking up the first one, dropping it off over here. And that's going to make it over to the other worlds. Now in this world, I'm planning to put some sleet wheat in with use of pips. So digging out a spot for that sleet wheat to be planted. And putting in an incubator so we can actually get those eggs to hatch a little bit quicker. So we can get that project started. The other thing I have going on, building a pump here. Is noticing water's getting a little bit lower. Building some tiles here to bring that up towards this pump. Just so we can continue to have a source of water. For this project I want to research space power. That's a very useful thing to have. So Brains is on the materials study terminal. And actually going to be getting rid of this or relocating it once they're done. So just waiting for that. And that's going to be a very big component of these rockets that are going to be side by side inside my base. On this base, Deco is going to be incubating this egg. Actually both eggs, one at a time. Just so that they hatch a little bit quicker. Sending a rocket on a very short mission. Just so that I can get another rover on the world to help out with construction back on the base. Let's put that right here. Dupes are picking up some pickled meal wood and putting that in the base, or not in the base, in the rockets over here. So pickled meal. That's 13,000 calories, lasts a little bit, goes bad, less slower than other things. So that's why I'm using that. Checking for water, checking for oxygen. We are bringing some aluminum with us. We are fueled up. Just need to get the dupes on board and we're going to take off. 2 dupes that are going on this mission is Shovel, Good Digger, and Rocket, our pilot. We're going to be going over here. Oh, and hold on, I need to make sure I don't forget to hit begin, or otherwise you'll just stay there forever. So they're on their way back to this asteroid. This isn't the first time they've been there. I already have a landing pod there. And the resources I'm after in this world, more iron for first of all, and algae. But also, we want to make another platform, because on this world, I have this rocket I want to send over, and this rocket has infinite carbon dioxide storage, which is my fuel. So if I bring this over there, then what I can do is refuel the rocket, do another mission, and discover what this world looks like, Earthista, which I haven't been to yet. Starting the process of tearing down my material study terminal. This is where my set of safe air modules is going to go. And this is something that has never been done before. At least by me. I'm sure other players have. But in any of my playthroughs, this is going to be a first. So it should be very interesting. I'm in a little bit of jam. I knew I wanted to take aluminum. I just assumed there was enough aluminum ore kicking around. Because I destroyed my manual generator, and I guess the dude picked up the ore and took it off the rocket on me without me knowing. So we have no source to make power, which between having a place to relieve yourself and oxygen, probably should choose oxygen. These two dupes are about to arrive any second now. So what I was doing last time I was here is just about to start out the process of digging down into all this resources that I can bring back. Though I think the first priority is building one of these. I'll even overlap this right now because I know I'm not going to have a super big rocket. That's number one. And number two, and once I have this, I can send the carbon dioxide rocket over here. Over in this asteroid, preparing this area for future sleet wheat. So I want some natural metal tiles available to me for pips to be able to plant that. This is a little trick to be able to do that. So starting to dig out this process and then create doors like this. Rocket might have a little bit easier time if they put on a gas mask, so I told them to do that. We're going to go out here and build this. So we can send another rocket over there, and then I'll get them to take their gas mask off when they're complete. Because the rest of the time, it's going to be going out, digging down here. This is a big moment. The first natural tile being created on this colony. First one's going to be built right here. Next one will be here. This is made out of copper ore. And it's just a place for the pips to be able to put some sleet wheat. Because they can't dig, or yeah, pips can't put stuff in granite, for instance. Certainly don't want polluted ice, that might melt. But copper ore is going to be a nice stable tile for pips to be able to plant in. Now if I put tiles here and here, wait for those to be built, destroy these, and I'm going to get 3 over here, 3 metal ore tiles over here. I just had the worst timing here. This dupe destroyed this door just after this tile melted. The copper ore went in here instead. If you don't have the doors fully surrounded on all these sides by solid material, it won't do this trick. Simple thing, I just need to fill this in with a tile and do it again, but kind of funny. Trying this again. So we'll get this door surrounded by tiles. As long as I have that, I'll get an ore tile. And just continuing this process, digging out and creating more doors, which will open the way for more copper ore. Let's have a look to see after this tile. Oh wait, we were creating that. Now we have to destroy it. Let's look to see how our pip eggs are doing. Oh, speaking of which, we've got one there. The other one is at 94%. I don't even think we'll put it through the incubator. Excellent. We have to wait for 5 cycles for those to become adults to actually plant anything with them. But that's going to be very useful. We'll now have a rocket platform over here. And we're starting the process of digging down so that the dupes get access to stuff. When they go in here, they have gas masks. There's carbon dioxide, chlorine, a little bit of hydrogen, all kinds of stuff they can't breathe, so that's going to be very helpful that they have the gas masks. Number of my dupes are damaged, moderate wounds. Normally when that happens, it's usually one of these guys. I don't know if I see any in their angry state. Normally if they... Oh! Protecting. Okay, yep. You're the culprit. Let's prevent more injuries and get rid of you. Stop hurting my dupes. They've got important work to do. So just digging out this area. That's work is going along. Starting the process of sending some oxygen to the home world here, into this other asteroid, because we're digging around this area to make some natural tiles. Oxygen is really thin, so I thought it'd be pretty easy just to push some oxygen in here, and it's going to help this area out so the dupes can actually breathe well as they're working away. Someone needs to save this robot. They are not able to do any work. Once the dupes dig that out, they'll be back in action. Building the first rocket platform inside an asteroid. This feels really strange, but if this all works out, this is going to be very successful for my base. This pump picked up a little bit of hydrogen, trying to avoid filtering if I can. So get rid of these pumps pieces. I'm going to put in some mesh tiles right here. There was a little bit of hydrogen right around there. That's why that hit. So hopefully with some more mesh tiles, that'll get out of the way. On this base, we're also putting in a fridge, storing all kinds of things. So we should see the mealwood and the pickled meal from that rocket go down there. And because this is a frozen area and carbon dioxide, food that's there will last forever. Now that I've got a rocket platform right here, I'm going to be building a battery. Battery module, make that out of aluminum. Now the moment I have this, I can then destroy this. This is going to be, this may seem odd, but what I'm doing is putting a series of batteries all the way across like that. And I have to do this, I have to wait for the rocket platform to be built. To do this one at a time, because I don't have a lot of metal, but I am putting in an order of aluminum. And once that is there, I can actually multitask and build more than one battery at a time. We'll see if I'll get enough aluminum by the time I get through this. So that is out of the way. I will put in another rocket platform. Takes a second for it to register with the fact that I can actually build another one. So right next to it is the second battery, and so on and so on to the left. So I have an opportunity to get some Pacus, and I'm just deciding I want to make a path to water before I print them. So temporarily going to get the dupe or rover, whoever gets there first, to knock that tile out, and I see a path. I don't know if they can, no, I'm pretty sure Pacus can't go through those. Actually, they can't go through those either. So let's open these two doors. I see a path available there. Just wait for each door to open, and we'll put some Pacos through and see if they can make it. Curious whether that's that's probably only a dupe action. See some dupes that are hurt. I'm assuming that's from the other guy. You're not angry at the moment. There we are. Nails is on the case. So let's try to print this and see if this works out well. Because we'll have a new source of critters for the very first time on this colony. Set of Pacus. I could also get them to go up here, but I actually have plans to kind of make this go away. But the liquid that's down here probably is going to stay a little bit longer. You should be going this way. Yep. I really like the fact that they have this... is there like the smallest bit of... Oh my gosh. Well, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Because I am assuming because this little piece of water, they're going the wrong direction. Can you... I don't think you can wrangle them. Well, that's that. We'll get a few of them over. I could have done that better, but it is what it is. If I were to replay, reload, well, I could be getting a different item, so there's no point in doing that. Oh, I see some more Pacu. Where are you guys going? Did they go in random directions? What I can do for the remaining ones to discourage them from going down like that. Let's see if we can do this in enough time. I can at least save a few from going to a useless piece of liquid. Make the fall, but go this way if you can, if you would. Well, we lost another one. Dupe was too slow. Next two, I think, are going to be forced to go this direction. Alright. Okay, enough Pacu fun. Oh, another one. I'll wrangle that one, or encourage this one to get down here. Just Just realizing this wasn't a door I actually had to open because critters can fall down through them apparently. So that's the last one, but I've got some good news. So I thought the Pacus were going after this. They were actually going after this bit of liquid, and this is a little bit more manageable. I can actually get careful, slow down, slow down. I will do this in phases. Let's prevent the liquid from rushing in, but essentially going to destroy this in a way that these Pacus are going to be able to get through, but prevent the water from going up into this area. And then I'll rebuild the vacuum, protecting oh, I don't even know if I need a temperature protection. Yeah, we'll put it in. So now I've got 2 rocket platforms, can destroy both of those. And this is going to allow me to build 2 batteries at a time, making this process go a little bit more quick. Operation Save Pacus is in order. So we're going to get the Pacus to fall down. I'll build a tile right here. Actually, I think we want to start right there. So those Pacus should fall in here. Once this tile is built, I'll be able to destroy these 2 and they're going to be saved. Making our way down in here. Getting a little bit smarter, trying to leave some of these natural cold tiles around. Which, won't we dig out this guy? Probably needed at some point. Temperature is decently cool, so not too concerned, but we'll have it right. Oh, this is also something we can do too. Let's go in there and see if there's anything of interest. So I have a set of batteries going across here, and I think I'm going to stop at 10. Can go further over. I can expand this later. So what I did is I built a wall. Just want to temporarily prevent robots and dupes from going in here for a little trick that's coming up. Well, right now I just have to clear everyone out. Okay, so here comes the big experiment. Had the dupe lock this, so no one can go in here. It's just easier that way. Not essential to what I'm about to do. So what I want to do, my goal, is to put a bunch of safe air modules here side by side such that they overlap. And if you're trying this at home, just be aware you could easily create a black hole. I have created many black holes while I'm experimenting on this. What is a black hole? If you don't know, this means your game crashed. So if I were to make a safe air module here, it would be no problem. I could do that. So the issue is, if I put a safer module in a place that I'm not allowed to or already overlaps, well, I'll get a black hole. So to avoid that, I'm going to go and create a bunch of these. 2 on each. And we'll go add this to each of the 10 across like this. So I'll go and do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have 2 cargo modules per rocket, and I'll explain why I'm going to need that in a second. So now it's time to actually make the safe air modules. Now, I can create that, no problem. If I were to do this, and the game will let you, I can click on build, but if I click on build, boom, I will get a black hole, meaning my game crashed. I want to not have that happen. Ideally, very much ideally. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to build one right here, because that's allowed. Can't build one here, but I can build one here. And I will go across like this and be right back when this is complete. Alright, so I have the safe air modules all the way across. And if I were to build the ones in between, as I mentioned, I'd get a black hole. But the game allows you to move one of these guys in an invalid position. So I can actually move this. You can click on a module, even if it's not built, and hit down, down, and take it to the bottom. I'm going to do the same thing for each one of these. Go through. So it is, as it goes down, you can see it's actually overlapping with other stuff, but no black hole. I'm able to continue on. The other modules are going to be fired above. And now I would like to make a safe air module right here, but these are in the way. But I don't actually need these. These are just temporary. I never actually planned to even have a dupe or robot create them. At this point, I can hit cancel. And now I have no reason that I can't build a safe air module right here. Another one right here. Another one, excuse me, another one right here. You be very careful. If I were to accidentally click on this one and try to add it, black hole. So I'm just very nervous. I've got this save point just before I started here. I highly recommend lots of saving if you're trying this on your asteroid. But okay, there we are. So that's all fine. And if I want these side by side, all I have to do, same thing. Down, down. Down, down. Down, down. And remaining 2, this one, and you as well. So same thing's going to happen. The storage modules will get rearranged to the top. Now, I don't actually need those. They're not in the way of anything. We're done. But I'm just going to get rid of them because they're not needed. Now, this temporary wall that I had put in place can go away. And the dupes, once this is opened up, they'll be able to start the construction. And we will have our set of safe air modules, 10 of them side by side, taking up little space. The reason I put batteries, by the way, is I want to get access to power inside them. The only way to do that, at least the way that I know, is to connect to a battery and create an outlet inside the actual module. So now that this is open, the dupes can go across and create all these. Can't reach this one. Oh, I see that. Oh, and that's why I put these ladders down here. By the time they get to the last one, they're just going to be able to walk across, so I'm not going to bother with that. But that just makes the construction a little bit easier, so dupes can stand up here and simultaneously work on more than one at a time. One of those situations I'm wanting the dupes to hurry up a little bit. Usually they don't take long to delete stuff, but if this liquid were to melt, I don't think it will, but if it were to, I won't actually get a copper ore tile. Worst case, I just have to fill it in, but dupes, if you could get to that, that'd be awesome. So this room down here has some snazzy suits. Why not take advantage of that? I wish it would tell you what dupes could access it, because it's selecting every single dupe. And I have to go to, I could go for skills, see who, Boots and Deco are the two dupes here. So Boots, you can have one of those. Deco, you can have the other one. So now I've got 3 dupes that have these snazzy suits without even having to produce any myself, because I don't even have the material to produce it. Anyways, I will once I go to space, but we need to do a little bit more exploration. 2 of these I can take out. Boom and boom. Let's go over and see how our not a lot of progress has been made here. Let's just, well, no, I'll just let the dupes catch up. Oh, food is low. So I'm going to go over to the other asteroid and tell the dupes to bring over some barbecue meat. So here is the first safe air modules inside the base. Nice thing about this, there's a platform so the dupes can actually walk across this. But each one of these takes up, what, 18, and if you consider this like 20-ish spots, and I get 80 inside. Big increase in space. The other thing that's really nice, it's easy for the dupes to get it back and forth between each one of these. So next thing to do is to start filling them out, deciding which one will have what buildings in it. First thing actually is probably going to be oxygen. The dupes here, and this is where this can get confusing. You have to pay attention to which input is into which input and output is to which module. So this is the input to the first one, output to the first one. Let's go over here and start the process of providing oxygen to the first module. Inside this module, the first thing I'm going to do is provide oxygen, and we will wait till oxygen fills up to actually do any construction inside of here. So there we are, we've got a gas vent. Expecting oxygen. Oh, wait a minute. Did I forget to... Yeah, I did. Okay. Almost there. Should have oxygen inside the first module, and I'm just gonna do the same thing on each one of these so that when we do construction inside of each of these modules, oxygen will exist for my dupes to be able to breathe. I see oxygen flowing along here. And we actually have oxygen in here. First thing I'm going to do, well, second thing after the oxygen thing, is get rid of this. You don't actually need to have one of these. Since I don't intend to have this rocket ever move, it really doesn't need a control station. Just giving a little bit more space to build things. So I think that's going to be it for today. What I need to worry about now, or think about when I get back, is how to make these sustainable to life. We're pushing in oxygen, but carbon dioxide is going to build up, so we'll have to deal with that. We'll also have to make sure that it maintains its temperature, very comfortable temperature, but if I put machinery in here, it's a small area, vacuum all around us, it will heat up. So I'll want to do some temperature management and carbon dioxide management. And then it's just a matter of simply deciding what is going to be on each one of these. I could have one dedicated towards material study terminal, another dedicated towards laboratory of other things. I could have utilities, farms, all kinds of different opportunities, but all compressed in a really small space. And that's very useful because, as I mentioned earlier, or at the start of this is a pretty small area, and a lot of it is not usable, at least at the moment. Way too hot down here, way too cold here, so that really compresses us to a small area. So this is going to be a game changer for me on this asteroid. Next time, in addition to figuring out this bit, I'm going to send this carbon dioxide over to these guys. Let's just check on them before we end for today. They've been digging down here, loading in the algae on a rocket, so that's more oxygen production as we do some early stage rocketry exploration. Over on this asteroid, just to finish up, they've been doing a good job of putting in these copper ore tiles. And I don't know if I can find the pips. Oh, the pips are adults now, so I can even in the next episode start the process of putting pips up here and planting the first sleet wheat. We're making great progress. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed as much as I've been playing, and I will see you in a future episode where we'll keep carrying on. Until then.